Pughe here. I'm continuing my series on the blues in E. Today we'll look at a Jimmie Rodgers tune, That's All Right. Jimmie Rodgers played guitar in Muddy Waters' band for years before leading his own band. So Jimmie starts on an interesting sort of variation on the E chord. If we take an E minor chord on strings 1, 2, 3 at frets 7, 8, 9, and we compare it to the E major chord on frets 7 and 9, we can see the only difference is that note. So Jimmie will start off on the minor and kind of bend it halfway to the major. He's getting the really blue note there on the E7. It's kind of between those two notes. But the band is actually playing a B7 there. So then we got two notes out of a B7. And he's going to go to the A7. He's going to anticipate the A7. So he actually plays this C sharp on the and of 4. So before the band hits the A7. Now there's an A7 at fret 5. There's an A7 arpeggio. Jimmie actually extends the A7 arpeggio to an A9. So he's going to slide into that C sharp, up to the 9, chromatic down. Now he's going to anticipate the E7 chord. So it's a full beat. So on the 4 of the A7 measure, which should have a G natural, he's going to slide into a G sharp. And so we would have an E7 arpeggio. So he's going to slide into that G sharp, hit the B, but then actually hits the 6 instead of the 7. Now we're to the E7 chord, and open E. Going to slide into the B. Now if you think of a D7 chord shape, he's actually kind of playing that shape, but instead of at frets 1 and 2, it's at frets 3 and 4. So he's just moved that shape up. Now he's got this cool chromatic lick. So that was a great lick. Now we're to the B7. And once again, he anticipates the E7 from the verse by half a beat. So he's got the notes right out of the B7 shape. But we're going to hit that E, and now hammer into the G sharp. Now he starts singing, and he's going to play the E7 shuffle below the vocals, behind the vocals. So he had that on, that hammer was on 1. So on 2, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and so we've got an E on the bottom, a B, and we're going back and forth on string 5 between the B and the C sharp. So he's got the E for 4 measures. Then when we get to the 5th measure of the verse, if you think of this A7 chord and this A7 arpeggio, he's kind of going to play right out of that. and then he's back to the E shuffle lick. Now on the B7, he's going to finger a B7 chord down on frets 1 and 2, and he just plays 2 or 3 strings out of it. Then a little blues lick. Now, out of that same A7 chord at frets 2 and 3, we're just going to play the top 2 notes. And he anticipates the E7 again. He's going to come in just half a beat before the band gets to the E7. Now he does this cool lick. He plays the same sort of lick on string 1 and string 2. So there's the notes. You have to get the phrasing. And now he's into a blues lick. Now when he gets to the B7, he's just playing strings 1 and 2. Sort of out of the B7 shape. So he's really outlining the chords much more than I would have expected for a Chicago blues guy. He clearly knows his arpeggios. He knows all his inversions. So I suggest that you take a lesson from Jimmy and figure out those arpeggios and examine how he's managing to get those chords tones in there and still have it sound like a very traditional Chicago blues. So here's the whole thing, a little bit slower tempo. 1, 2, 3. Jimmy's timing and phrasing on this tune are really great. It's just a classic example of an E blues. So I recommend that you listen to Jimmy's recording of this tune at full speed and at half speed and figure out exactly where the beat is and when he's on the beat and when he's ahead of the beat, and kind of try to steal his phrasing. So I hope you're enjoying this series on the blues in E. Like I said, it's really a lot of fun to listen to these tunes and play them. So have a good week, and I hope to see you next week. Thank you.